Special Agent Fox Mulder here, and we're down at Langwarrin along the Stony Point to Frankston line, and we're going to get the first train of the day, which should be a Doodlebug coming rather swiftly with its little Doodlebug legs running very fast towards Stony Point. So yeah, Langwarrin, about say 40 kilometres southeast of Melbourne in Victoria, Australia. I shall leave a Google map link in the description where we are, Street View, and all the places we go to today. Here we have one of our axle counters we have along the Stony Point line here. It's basically all we have, and really we really only need them at intersections, places like that, where there's a chance that there could be carriages coming apart, but it's, of course, when the Doodlebug's going in single carriage form, it might be a little bit redundant at that point. We can see its sister over there on the other side of the intersection. So yeah, it's basically around intersections where there's a chance that we'll get a carriage come apart with the main part of the train, or that's what your end of train device is for. If the train's not got one, well, there's a chance it's left some of its carriages behind. That's the theory. Test switch, alright. What's that for? Test switch. Let's see. See if I can get that padlock open. Is that my test? So at the crest of the hill up there is a signal, which is probably about, I'm going to say about 400-500 metres away. So, yeah, we'll say quarter of a mile, just over a quarter of a mile. I'm just wondering if the lights and the crossing gates will go down before we actually see the train. And I'm thinking they probably will. That's my guess anyway. There we go. Well, the Doodlebug appeared over the hill before the crossing gate, so I was incorrect in my assumption. And he is motoring Jack. Oh, I'll flick it out to widescreen. Absolute alright. Yep, he wasn't hanging around, was he? See the driver with the whip out the window there. And he's going over another intersection. People are scared to cross in front of the camera. It's dangerous, people. Watch out for the camera. Okay, he'll be going down to Baxter Station. He's throwing the anchor out the window right now. Made our way down to the Leewara station. We're just parked currently at the TAFE College here, Further Education College, and we've got a bit of Australian colour for summer down under. So here's a sign for our Frankston to Baxter trail, as it says. It actually goes all the way down to Stony Point, but there is the incomplete section at Baxter. So yeah, jogging, exercise, tourism, and we even have lanes for directional traffic. But yeah, as you can see, the graffiti boys have been down here. Boys and girls, I should say. It's 2024, isn't it? So yeah, that's probably the best you're going to get, because the other side is, let's just say, unreadable. Yes, indeed, we will be stopping and we'll be looking out for trains. But we won't be doing it on a motorbike or a push bike at this point. And this indeed looks like they've put a new section of rail in this part here. We do have maybe a couple hundred metres of new track. I think this is what they were doing up earlier when the Doodlebug was actually off the rails for a minute. So that's how we might have to go to widescreen for this one. There's our new pedestrian crossing, and some of our new tyres, which have already been chipped up, as we can see by some of the markings on there. See how they get chipped up because the ballast flies and chips at them, so that's just the way it goes. But these are certainly a bit better for high speed rail, that's for sure. Although the Doodlebug doesn't really go quick along this part, but it's still got a 40 km/h speed restriction or speed limit. And up yonder be the Leewara station, which is the first station after Frankston on the Stony Point line. So we're actually about, I'm going to say we're about 45 kilometres southeast of Melbourne now, so we're not that much closer. We're getting there. Well, I do believe we have a steel horse ahoy. The steel train approaching what would be Murdoch Road, and giving it the full beans on the horn. That's a pretty busy intersection down here. That's probably the busiest one he crosses all the way from Stony Point to Frankston. Now he's not going to be motoring because he's restricted through the park here as he wanders through the park, the steel horse. He's got his power, and you can hear his power. I can hear his power. I hope you can hear that through the camera. Oh. There's the horn for the passenger crossing. I'll see if Agent Mulder can get a horn salute as we go to widescreen mode. There we go. Got the flat nose dual length engine there. Oh, free engine lash up on the steel horse. First time I've seen that. That is awesome. Lash up of free engine lash up. First time I've seen that on this steel horse, so I'm hoping it's going to be pretty long. As we see some of these big steel coils go past in their stillages. That's what the what I call cradles are actually called stillages. Thanks to V. Paul V12, I think I got that right, for correcting me on that one. So yeah, they're called stillages. And hoppers ahoy! Not a bad size steel horse. Got three engines though. Still staggered. 3 engines. And he's just cruising along, just in a canter, the steel horse through the park here. And EOT device as he rolls himself away past Leewara station with his 3 engine lash up, which we liked indeed. I never seen him with 3 engines on him. Never in life, sir. He's got a little small intersection to go across up there, so, and that's all slow. Before he crosses the peninsula link, in which case he gets the steel horse up to a trot and then into a full gallop. As he wanders around the corner, all right, let's see what else we can get. Hopefully, possibly, should be able to get a Doodlebug coming back this way. Now, by some devilish trick of time and space, Special Agent Fox Mulder has made his way in front of the steel horse here, and we're down at home base. Couldn't resist it. 3 engine lash up on the steel horse. And there goes the gates. And here comes our 3-engine lash up. We have a dual cab, flat nose on the front, and 2 EMD SD70s in the rear of the lash up. Unseen, unknown to Hastings. And we get a horn salute as we go to widescreen mode. There's our dual cab. Doesn't have any odds for G515, and we've got Victor Lima 351, so Gamma 515, Victor Lima 351, and Victor Lima 357. So no heritage sticker, we've got a 3-engine lash up. Yay! Could this possibly mean that the train is going to be long enough from the Bluescope yard that they'll put a DPU on it? Probably not. We can just cross our fingers and toes and hope. I've seen stranger things. That's right, there was 4 seasons of it. A massive line of cars down there, a huge line of cars I should say, waiting for this train. They'll come down to watch it, of course. You've seen my other videos. Which should be madness not to watch them. So he will have to put his foot on the brake here, because we know trains are foot controlled, like an accelerator and a brake. Disclaimer, they are not foot pedals. And stop here because he's got a Scotch block. What's a Scotch block, you may ask? Ah, interesting question. Interesting you might ask that. Matter of fact, that's just a Australian term for a derail. That's right, an Australian derail is called a Scotch block, people. We see the hoppers coming in. We can see our engines down there. Now he's going to go off, shoot off to the left as he goes up to the big huge crane to take those coils off, stuck them in the yard. Hoppers will stay on the runway there. A technical term for a bit of railway track between the Bluescope manufacturing plant and Frankston Flinders Road. I named it, so it's called a runway. Okay, their engines are going up there. They're going to head up to the Bluescope, and they'll leave the hoppers on the runway, and they'll come back down, and they'll grab them and flick them down into the yard proper, which is, I'm going to say about, 800 metres down the road. It's about half a mile. Not a bad size, really. But I've seen longer with only 2 engines, so I'm hoping, let's keep our fingers crossed and toes for this train to end up with a DPU all right on it. As he comes to a stop, I've already done the derail, I think, on there as the train stretches. For the next, they've got quite a few Scotch blocks as they go up to the factory, of course. A lot of workers, infrastructure, and places where the steel train is not allowed to drive. As we see our end of train, and we've got a couple of bits and pieces. Bang! Now that scared the you-know-what out of me, as Mike would say on Wild World of Trains. See those hoppers just sit on flat cars. Zoom out a little bit. And we've got our equipment along the side, all our capacitators and thingamajiggies that make a train go. So we've got our side handbrake. We've got a, we've got a little reader on there for going through the service equipment. A couple of reflectors. Of course, they sit on normal trucks like you see all around the world. With a 9 pattern spring, if there was 9 on the dice, that's how to be set out. So, and the steel carriages and steel coil carriages themselves, I think they have a 5 spring system similar to a dice. Now that may be incorrect. It might be a 7 with 3 on the outside, 2 on the inside and 3 on the outside. 3, 2, 3. We've got our numbers, capacities, like I said, capacitators and the tirage. Both of those are not correct terms. Alright, so he's actually going to take off up the hill with those, and he will be back in probably about half an hour or so to flick those hoppers away. Then he'll, he'll be bringing down tonight's load before he does that. Then he'll park it up at the end there and flick these down, and then he'll come back out for tonight's load, where he'll should have that 3rd engine on him, because they're not going to leave an engine down here. You know what I have to say too, I'm not going to say it, but I'm implying something that might happen if there was an engine set down here. And we'll get him going out towards the city. We'll actually get on the train and we'll wander up inside the belly of the Doodlebug and we'll see where we can get him. Because yeah, 3 engine lash up, all right. There's our end of train device flashing there. That might make a good thumbnail. There's a couple of old telegraph poles there. See the old system they used to use, electric on there as well. That would have been a telegraph system as well at some point. And a plane taking off from Tyab Airport. Doodlebug ahoy! And that's a train meet. We're calling a train meet. We have a train there and a train there. The train is still connected up to the engines, so it's still technically a train and not just carriages sitting on the side. Alright, as we see the Doodlebug approach Graydon's Road there at Hastings, about 55 kilometres southeast of Melbourne in Victoria, Australia, meeting the steel train at Bluescope. Go ahead and send the like button a video of several fingers and thumbs in brutal finger traps, and blame the subscribe button for the crime by sending photos to the agencies of it in, let's say, awkward positions with thumbs. On salute, alright. Power is up. He's got to power up. He's got to go across a couple of private driveways. And then he's going to be stopping the Tyab. Alright. Long video, wasn't it? That's nearly a 20-minute. Alright, we've got some good stuff on that. Our 3 engine lash up, first one of those. As we see something coming down from the refinery there. Train, truck, train meet. Okay, that'll be catching you in the next one. Special Agent Fox Mulder, out.